from Wessex Blades. I thought what I'd do is do a bit of a narration to me using my Golazashi in the garden. Now, as I sort of set myself up in the garden, I've already chainsawed down these sycamore limbs have sprouted right into great height, just about to touch the electric wires, so we've had to go along and trim them down. So I've chainsawed them down, and now what I'm doing is I'm using my Golozashi to D-side shoot them to end up with bean sticks, and then at another time I'll do those off-cut bits and put it through a shredder, so to recycle the material. Now the reason I'm going with my Golazashi rather than the Golok is because it's so much lighter. The limbing here that I'm doing is not really heavy work, and to go at something like this for 20 minutes, not swinging that heavy Golok around, is a lot less fatiguing. So as you can see, I'm just using little short stabbing kind of swings, nothing really putting any heft in, just allowing the lighter blade just to gradually take all those side shoots off. And when it comes to taking the end off, it's just me lifting it up, getting a balance on the stick, and then doing one decent like that. And again, without the weight, there's not the follow-through mass of the big heavy end on a Golok. There we go. So that's that. So it's not just the energy of the swing; it's your hand and wrist, and fingers, and all your forearm tendons counteracting the weight, stopping it as you don't want to follow through with a swing too far. So, you know, it's lighter to use, less fatiguing, but more than capable. So where that would be sort of that kind of height, that kind of weight, and more mass there, I took it right away, and there's less belly as well. The name, obviously, Golazashi, is a hybrid of Golok and Wessex, because it's that kind of size, that kind of depth of blade, that kind of weight. There's no combat kind of design to it. It's simply an outdoors, you know, utilitarian type garden implement that I can use. It's not as tiring as a big ass Golok. So just watch this as we're going along, and I'll let you enjoy it. So yeah, your Golazashi. Yeah, just dropping the actual bean sticks down and they can season off. And I'm just lifting them through, really. Just lose that end there. Flip it over. Keep my hand out of the way. Dum, dum, dum. You can tell this is sort of like a bit thicker than pencil thickness. These are, I think I'd say, in the second or third year of growth, these lengths, and the last sort of 3 feet is what's sprouted up this year, is the necessity to take it down with a chainsaw, and rather than just trim the tops, I take it down about halfway and end up with bean sticks. There's the odd sort of thick bit. Dip, dip, dip. What's he doing here? That'll do. Just a twig. I'll use that for firewood later. I suppose like the one of the blades I'm most known for is the Golok, and yeah, I could use it, but that'll be for like 10 minutes work, and then, you know, I'm thinking, right, I'll go and do another task now, because there's a lot of swinging involved. Whereas the Golazashi, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I haven't fatigued my week, and yeah, gone for a slightly lighter choice. I think it's all preferential, but still, and just try and make sure I'm not following through the hitting my leg. There he is. There's a bit of old growth there, I think. Now, of course, anybody could have used, I imagine, a machete, but you're not going to have the heft of it. You know, you'll be more ting-ting-tinging and putting more speed into it. It'll do it. A machete will do it, but I prefer using a better tool still than the average machete will be. Slightly thicker, a bit more heft, but nowhere near the weight as a full Golok. Then of course you've got the flexibility of a machete, so you're really beginning to torque it when you would bed deep and you're trying to free it up, whereas this you just and it frees. There's sort of a saber grind on it, and give it 3 of those and it'll come out if it gets stuck on the bevel and the flattener. But yeah, take your time, no stress. Obviously this is a camera phone, so I'm actually right-handed. The image is sort of flipped, so I'm not a lefty. Yeah, that's a funny one, this one. Chop, chop. This is almost into the ground here, just using the brush to stop the blade. Look at that bit. Look at the sort of thick firewoody bits down that end. Most of my garden is just left these sort of brushwood piles. The neighbourhood cats like it, the birds certainly like it. I've got loads of sparrows, the magpies are about, pigeons, the cats like it, obviously because they're after the pigeons and the sparrows. But there is a hedgehog, which you might see me now and again do a bit of filming, so it's quite a wilded little corner of the terrace that I live in. There's a lot of people obviously gravelled over their drive, whatever, so this is just a little area, a small little haven as it is, for something to go hide in the heat of the day, maybe chill out. And of course with the bugs, there's more insects, there's more things for like hedgehogs and whatever to play around in. But quite often I'll come out and there'll be a cat or a bird there just nesting in the shade. Anyway, nearly done. Now in a second I get to the thicker areas, sorry, the thicker limbs, and it'll just show how much capability this has for chopping as compared to a Golok. It's pretty good. So I'll see in a bit with the next clip. Right, so putting it away, I've got a big hardened cardboard scabbard thing I've made up, and here's the next clip. So this is handheld camera. I don't know if it is upside down or back to front or whatever, but I've got the brush underneath for follow throughs, and I'm just going to have a go. Also, it's not held down, I'm just free-handed swinging on it, and it's just led on some pile of branches. It's not really sort of held down. So once you start easing it out, if you had a machete, you'd be really trying to creak that out of there. There you go. So, and there's the thickest bit I had off up against the blade. So thanks for watching. Scott, Wessex Blades. Hope you enjoyed that.
outside, the morning's cold, pine in the air, my hands are old. I say hi to the sycamore, then shoulder up what I came for. No silver shine, no salesman's grin, just a tool that earns its keep again. My blade is swinging and I'm all grinning, cutting wood till the end of day. Wessex Blades Golozashi ain't just flashy, it works that way. Harder than a love-spurned beaver, chewing through the stubborn grain. My blade is swinging and I'm all grinning, stack that timber, start again. Start again. The sycamore drops a heavy limb, sap on my glove, the daylight dims. I hear the fence line creak and groan, but this old edge gets straight to bone. No borrowed boats, no hollow claim. It bites the block and holds its name. Wessex Blades Golozashi ain't just flashy, it works that way. Harder than a love-spurned beaver, chewing through the stubborn grain. My blade is swinging and I'm all grinning, stack that timber, start again. When the last log hits the ground and the quiet settles round, I wash the resin from my hands and leave a clean cut stack to stand. Till the end of day, Wessex Blades Golozashi ain't just flashy, it works that way. Harder than a love-spurned beaver, no soft heart can stop the rain. My blade is swinging and I'm all grinning, stack that timber, start again. Say hi to the sycamore, then I'll swing once more.